Welcome, my friends, to today's video where we are trying to find out the meaning of Jedi training Rey. What is the purpose of Jedi training Rey?
The answer to the ultimate question of life
Rey
and everything is
BB-8. If you guys saw the interview I did with the developer who was a really important part of Jedi training Rey's creation, they kind of gave all of us a hint that the key to using Jedi training Rey is BB-8. So we're gonna try a variety of teams today. As you see, I have a bunch of teams that I kind of created here, and they're all revolved around Jedi training Rey, BB-8, and some sort of alteration after that. The developers were really confident that Jedi training Rey is going to be one of the best defensive characters in the game, if not one of the best, as they said, and she's supposed to be a really good counter to Commander Luke Skywalker. So today we're going to test all of that out, but we have a lot to do, so let's go into the video, go into our first lineup, and we will get the ball rolling from there. We're getting into battle now, and for this first team, we're going to play it safe at the very beginning just to kind of get an initial feel for Jedi training Rey. And instead of Thrawn and R2-D2, we're going to have Jedi training Rey and BB-8 in this lineup. All right, let's get the buff immunity. Now, this team's going to be probably a little easier to fight because of the fact that they do not have any sort of they do not have R2-D2 to kind of cover them up, but it's still a decent meta team. Nihilus is still kind of seen here and there, but I'm really hoping we can find some sort of lineup that utilizes Jedi training Rey, because I just did the event earlier on. If you haven't seen the video, go ahead and click on the card in the top right, and I was hoping we would find some sort of good lineup after this, because she is not an easy character to get right now, and a lot of people are hoping that either they aren't missing out on anything because they can't get her this first time around, or that they if they do get her, that she is going to be really good, and I'm hoping we can find out today. All right, let's keep BB-8 going. It's weird trying to use this lineup without any sort of R2-D2. R2-D2 is such an important character, but my other lineups do rely a lot on R2-D2 and having BB and Rey together. All right, let's do that. Let's do this. Kenobi's gonna get some, he's gonna get his taunt in a few seconds, so let's remove all of his turn meter. Okay, and now we're gonna get a second healing immunity, and let's put this on, let's put it on Commander Luke Skywalker, so he doesn't get any sort of protection. Keep in mind, healing immunity is supposed to prevent protection regeneration, so that might be one thing to consider. One of the developers are saying that Jedi training Rey is supposed to be one of the ultimate counters to Commander Luke Skywalker. Okay, there we go. Let's do our mind trick right there. Excellent. Now we're getting 2 minutes into the battle, and we're almost about to get to use BB-8's Illuminated Destiny. And Illuminated Destiny, once you get that off, here we go. Excellent. All right. Once we get that off, the game really starts moving, and I'm noticing I am kind of starting to run circles around this team. I was kind of worried that Jedi training Rey wouldn't be able to get enough of her mind tricks off, but it looks like we got 2 mind tricks off, I believe, or 3, I can't remember. And we also, wow. Yeah, and we also got Illuminated Destiny off fairly early. So, okay, first battle, pretty successful, I think. That was pretty good, and we were both kind of equally modded on this battle here. So that was a good first battle. Let's move on to the next one. Let's try a different lineup. All right, second battle. I'm really looking forward to this lineup because we have a duo mind trick ability here. We have Old Ben and Jedi training Rey, so we should have a lot of control. And I also want to try up this against this other team because they have Barriss Zeta, and I want to just get rid of her right away. All right, there we go, and there we go. So she's got that healing immunity on her for 2 turns. Remember, it's for 2 turns, so we have to kind of work a little quickly here because we don't want her being able to get anything off. Okay, here we go. Mind trick. So mind trick number 1. Wow, okay. All right, now let's do this. Oh, Commander Luke Skywalker resisted everything, but keep in mind, every time the enemy resists a debuff off of Jedi training Rey, she gains a bunch of turn meter, and she was able to quickly go into her next ability here. So she still was able to get something out of this. Let's keep working on Barriss here, okay? All right, so we're going to get a taunt now. Okay, so far, this beginning is kind of going well. I'm really liking this combo we have here. Let's do this. Let's do healing immunity on Commander Luke Skywalker so he doesn't gain any sort of protection when he does lead the charge. Excellent. All right, and also you just keep in mind, another thing is that Rey can only call a fellow resistance ally to assist on her second ability. She can't call anyone to assist. She only can call certain people to assist. All right, let's get another secret intel in here. All right, Barris is almost done. Ah, shoot. Ah, that's not good. Shoot. Barris is still really good. I understand that BB and Jedi training are supposed to be a counter, but by golly, she is still amazing as a Zeta. She was able to do that healing equalization. Ah, shoot. Oh, that's no bueno. No bueno, guys. That split second of not being able to get Barris down really just kind of dragged out this battle a lot longer than I wanted to. I mean, this team is pumping, though. It's moving really quickly. I'm getting a lot of turn meter. I was able to get Illuminated Destiny off. I just need to get Barris out of here. Barris is just such an annoyance. Let's see. All right, let's do healing immunity on Kenobi. All right. We should be able to get... There we go. Big damage. Okay. All right, there we go. Now we're getting some work done here. Okay. Get another secret intel off. So, it's hard to say what I'm feeling right now because she's good. I never thought she was a bad character. It's just hard to see how she plays up against the meta, but I'm starting to see it. She can go up against these meta teams. These GK Barris teams are still a little bit annoying, but perhaps I made a mistake or two at the beginning. And there we go. Now he should be able to auto this bad boy. Let's work on Nihilus so he doesn't get anyone out. But as you're noticing, these first few battles I've been doing so far, my protection has pretty much been at 100% or so. I had plenty of health, but I'm liking this lineup a lot. The Old Ben and Rey combo for the dual mind tricks seem to work really well. We got 2 Illuminated Destinies off in this battle, and we don't have that many resistance characters in here. We only have R2 and BB-8 here, and there we go. Barris team, although they got that little clutch moment with the healing equalization, we were still able to beat them, and I wasn't stressing out too much about trying to get the buff immunity and all that. Kind of like you're used to when you're going up against General Barris teams. You're kind of trying to work out everything, critical hit immunity, the buff, and the taunt from General Kenobi. So let's move on to the next team. We got a lot of stuff to go on, so I don't want to talk too much so we can kind of get a better feeling for Jedi training race. So hold on for another moment here. All right, next battle here. We're going to keep building off of that whole Old Ben thing we had going. I really liked Old Ben in this lineup, but I think Nightsisters might give me a little bit of a problem. Now, keep in mind, Mind Tricks has the ability to remove buffs off the target. So we're going to try to remove the buff off of the Nightsister zombie. And we're going to try to stun. Let's try to stun the Nightsister Acolyte. Yes! Beautiful! Okay, because if she gets that whole stealth combo going, we're done. This lineup it's not going to work out anymore. All right, let's get old Doc out of here because once she goes, and we don't want her to do any sort of revive. Okay. All right. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. I think I'm starting to see it here. All right. I'm thinking that maybe we're underestimating Rey a little bit. I don't know. I mean, normally this would be a lot more difficult, I would think, but I feel like this is going by fairly well. Shoot. We're stuck behind. Yeah, we're stuck behind the taunt. So hopefully we have enough time before Old Ben dies, before Old Daka revives the Nightsister Acolyte, because man, he's not taking a good beating here. Oh, it was starting off really well, but maybe we need Commander Luke Skywalker or perhaps Resistance Trooper instead of the normal Rey, because normal Rey is putting out the damage, but we're stuck behind. Okay. All right, shoot, they got. It's not good. They got the Nightsister Acolyte back alive. We have to get rid of Old Daka. And let's see. Let's work on Asajj Ventress. Okay. If you think about it, in a sense, when you have Old Ben in this lineup, we get 2 Illuminated Destinies in a way, because when Old Ben dies, that technically counts as like an Illuminated Destiny. And then we have BB-8 himself. All right. Okay. Only way we're going to win this is if we somehow get R2D2 to do enough damage here, get enough AoE damage, I should say. Okay, and now we're stuck behind the classic combo of the Nightsister zombie and the Nightsister Acolyte. All right, let's get an AoE in here. We might. Yes. Okay, we got lucky. We got very lucky. Nightsisters. They are a very good defensive team. If you can't control that Nightsister Acolyte and Nightsister Zombie combo, they are very deadly. But we were still able to do that even with only one buff dispeller, that being the Jedi Training Ray. So this probably could have worked a lot better if I used a different type of lineup. So let's move on to the next time. I still got a couple more things I want to try out here. So hopefully we're starting to get a good picture. But I'm really starting to understand what Jedi Training Ray's purpose is, and I want to share those thoughts towards the end here. But let's get into the next battle here. Well, the great news is, as I'm moving my way up arena, I'm having a lot easier of a time going up against these General Kenobi and Barris teams. I'm actually flying through it, so I thought I'd give you a little quick update as I'm trying to move up to some of the other teams out there that we're really flying by these General Barris teams. So Ray Training Zeta, Ray Jedi Training, I should say, definitely helps a lot against those General Barris teams. I didn't want to show the whole battle because we already saw how it panned out, but I wanted to show you a snippet that I was able to fly through it in under 2 minutes. So definitely a good counter to General Barris, that's for sure. So, but let's get on to the next important battle here. Gosh goodness, this is so good with Old Ben. Old Ben is kind of like your second Illuminated Destiny. The second he got obliterated, everything just started to just flow so nicely, and then we transitioned into BB-8's Illuminated Destiny, which we should get here in a few moments. But man, I'm thinking, I don't know, but I'm feeling kind of confident that this might be getting close to what this secret lineup is. BB-8, Ray, the Jedi Training Ray, R2-D2, Old Ben, and Commander Luke Skywalker might be the combo we're looking for. I don't know. Let's try against some of these top 5 teams we have in Arena that the other game changers put up, and I'm hoping we can put an answer to that question, but I'm thinking Old Ben might have a really important purpose to this team. Battle of the Jedi Training Rays. We're going up against Mobile Gamer here. We're going to test out his Jedi Training Ray on defense, and I'm guessing he thinks, he's probably making a video right now saying that this is the best Jedi Training Ray team out there, but I'm thinking I have something a bit closer to what the best Jedi Training Ray team is for Arena, and I'm thinking Old Ben has a really important part. Let's battle Mobile Gamer, and I'm gonna hopefully wrap up my thoughts on why I'm thinking Old Ben might be so important for this lineup. So reason number 1, while I was playing around with Old Ben, the thing I really started to notice was the fact that Old Ben can really benefit greatly by having that dual mind trick ability with Jedi Training Ray, because they have 2 mind trick abilities, very powerful ones. Old Ben Kenobi has the AoE mind trick effect that applies the offense down and ability block and everyone, and removes mass turn meter, and Jedi Training Ray kind of does a similar thing. Let's see if we can put a stun. Oh, beautiful. And the second thing is that I'm really thinking Old Ben Kenobi might play an important part of for Jedi Training Ray is because of the fact that when he happens to die, which he probably will because I'm making him stand out in the open, he probably acts like a second Illuminated Destiny, because all these mass damage characters such as Han Solo, Commander Luke Skywalker, they are all putting out big damage, and Old Ben might die pretty early on, which means you're getting that initial Illuminated Destiny boost essentially with all the protection, health, and all these massive buffs. And let's call it another assist here. I'm just trying to get Obi-Wan Kenobi out of here, but I'm thinking, look at all these debuffs we have on the field. And this, making a team without General Kenobi is definitely a really big feat. It's a big feature of making a team. All right, let's see. Let's do a mind trick on Commander Luke Skywalker. All right, Illuminated Destiny, a minute and a half into battle. No Finn Zeta here. Wow. Okay. All right. Wow. This is. I don't know. I'm really impressed by the results. Old Ben Kenobi. Just having there's so much control over the field when we're using Old Ben and Jedi Training Ray. Wow. We're tearing his team apart right now. All right, so Old Ben's taking a little beating. That's perfectly fine. Okay, we're gonna work on their Jedi Training Ray, and I'm thinking there's gonna be plenty of ways to counter Jedi Training Ray. If you happen to not get her the first time around, I think there's still gonna be a lot of ways to counter her, whether that be Thrawn, putting her in a fracture, or maybe my Emperor Palpatine Imperial Probe Droid combo, where you go ahead and just completely obliterate the enemy team. But wow, with me explaining what's going on, 2 Illuminated Destinies, people. 2, 2, 2. Wow, guys, I don't know. Maybe it's not what the developers were intending, but I am thinking that Old Ben has to be part of this secret lineup that the developers are talking about. That's my opinion. I'm thinking Old Ben is a very secret combo to all this. But you guys, let me know down below. Am I getting close to the mark? What are you thinking? I'm definitely much more impressed of Jedi Training Rey after seeing her in action, after putting her in my own hands, trying her out with teams I think would be good for her. And overall, very, very impressed. And I can definitely see her participating in the top end of Arena. We clobbered a lot of these teams with my Old Ben and Jedi Training Rey combo, and BB-8's definitely necessary. I can definitely see that paired up with Old Ben's death and paired up with all those crazy buffs that BB-8 gives off. It's beautiful. But you guys let me know down below in the comments, what are you thinking about Jedi Training Rey after all this? Still not impressed, or are you starting to understand what she's about? And is Old Ben part of the secret lineup that we are trying to discover? But you guys let me know. More videos to come in the future on Jedi Training Rey and many other things. I probably will be doing a movie review of The Last Jedi, so if you're excited for that, stay tuned and be sure to subscribe so you're not missing a thing, my friends. And as always,
I'll be back.
I'll be back. I'll be right back. I'll be back.